Okay.
Oh man, we're back. We're back with Lux Crew. I wanna put this as a quick disclaimer at the beginning of this one. We straight up last week, so last Sunday, we all straight up had a conversation. We're like, all right, lads, we're gonna do Lux Crew on Tuesday and record and do all that stuff. And we had topics laid out and everything. And we're like, yep, we'll do that. And
Then
then
everyone
didn't do.
forgot.
We all forgot and we're busy on Tuesday, so yeah, it didn't happen. So all those topics are going to be transferred over to this. So if we're doing a topic that's been covered by like everyone else, and we're like super late, sue me. Um, but yeah,
So,
I'll get
welcome
my
to Lux.
lawyers.
Welcome to Lux Crew, everybody. I am obviously Lux. I am joined today by my wonderful co-hosts, Delta. How you doing today?
I'm going to put a disclaimer. This is of no fault of my own that we skipped an episode last week. This
Yeah,
is no-
Delta
I
was
was
like,
waiting
wait,
for the
he was
call.
like waiting all by himself in our Discord, like group chat. He's just like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
No, I wasn't.
Are you sure? Sure, you weren't a
Yes.
little bit sad.
Yes.
Oh man.
Are you sure that you have a crap PC?
Yeah. If you need evidence of that, watch my videos.
If you need evidence of that, watch my videos too.
And of course, joined by my other wonderful co-host, Zenithal. How are you doing, Zen?
I feel like my body is about to explode with mediocrity.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Like that joke.
So, welcome to the podcast, everyone. For any new viewers.
Oh
Oh,
man. Oh boy. Here I go being
boy.
weird again.
Next week we're gonna have Jimothy on.
Oh my god. Can we actually?
Actually, we could message him.
Delta,
Alright,
go
so
go and
that-
message Jimothy. I am so down to have Jimothy on.
Let's have him make a mess of the podcast and disgrace the
But like
this
worth it.
podcast.
It's Jimothy.
Oh my god.
We
Alright.
should have Randy Orton on the podcast.
Did you see Unknown tweeting at Randy Orton being like, yo, I'll carry you
He's
through
done
all
that
these.
before.
Fuck's sake. Oh my god.
So I'm just gonna bring up a song, Where Are We Going by Kevin Sherwood and Alina Segman.
Where are we going?
Okay.
From her. Alright. So
Alright, Dory.
our wonderful, amazing topics today are we're kind of YOLOing it because like I said, a lot of our topics are really late and delayed. One thing I do want to bring up that we didn't even bring up in the pre-show is what do we think about Speed Cola sort of kind of coming back? I mean, it came back, but not in the way that everyone wanted it to, and thus everyone's really pissed off about it.
I
I'm
think
not
it's
that-
fine.
I think it's pretty cool. It being a like honestly, it would have sucked if you would have had to. I think it's better because imagine if you would have had to make it, you would have had to make another like, you had to make a choice for Speed Cola over, let's say, Tortoise or Quick Revive. Like remember, there are 3 essential perks you need, then you get to choose one. Like
Yeah.
most people will always run Stamina,
as
Dying
most
Wish,
people
and
say.
Quick Revive.
As most people say, stamina up.
Stamina up. It's stamina up.
Whoever says it wrong is wrong.
Well, that's a definition of wrong, but okay.
Whoever is wrong is totally incorrect and off by a mile. Is that fine? Is that better?
But so here's the thing, lads. Is I think this is classic. What I would like definitely call classic Treyarch. The entire community is like, we want Speed Cola back because I don't like reloading really slow. And then Treyarch's like, okay, we hear you. Guess what? We're gonna give it to you, but we're not gonna give it to you as a perk. And then the community's like,
It's
well,
not a
that's
perk,
not
wait, what?
Speed Cola. Yeah, so basically how it works, Delta, because you don't know because you don't have the game. But basically, so Black Ops 4
I could look at the online stuff. Are you kidding me?
Black Ops 4 introduced the feature where if you have all 4 of your perks that you have selected bought, your 4th perk slot, or your, I believe that's the Odin one, or
Odin/tonic.
yeah, Odin/tonic comes with a special modifier, which basically is a
Yeah.
improvement to the original version of that perk, and it changes
boy.
It's like a
depending.
pro perk.
Yeah,
What just happened? Okay, 1 second. So I couldn't hear anything you were saying for about 15 seconds.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
Basically, all
What
we're
my
basically
internet
all we're
died
telling
from-
you is just how the speed cola works. Is there's your 4th perk after you buy all 4 of your perks has a modifier on it. Okay, and what Treyarch did is the modifier is normally just like, oh, an improvement on the base perk, but any perk now, as long as you get its modifier, has speed cola. You have an increased reload speed. So it's not its own separate perk. It's on literally every perk, as long as you have all your other perks and you have your modifier active.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's good.
I think I think it's fair because then like now you can have whatever perks you want on and still get speed cola no matter what.
Yeah, see, that's my thing, is that basically all of the really old perks that were pretty much the crutch perks that every single one would use in every single game are pretty much all now perma perks in a sense.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like Jug is a
Yeah.
perma perk that you get from spawning into the map for absolutely
Even though they're
free.
gonna add, they're talking about adding Jug
Yeah, which is
still.
stupid idea. Because literally,
I think they're gonna decrease the health and bring Jug back. That's probably what they're gonna do.
I don't want that. No.
yeah, but like that's the thing exactly. Delta's got it right on. It's like, do we really want that? Because like decreasing
We
the
don't
health
need
and then
it
adding
now.
a new perk or like
It's like having auto jug already.
yeah, exactly. And that's
Yeah,
the
I
thing
know.
too, is
I'm just saying.
if they add Jug and then so like
And that could be like a modifier. They can decrease the health, and if you have all 4 perks, you could have like an extra 50 health.
That's actually probably what they're gonna do. I don't know.
That would be a pretty good idea.
that'd be hilarious. Go back down to 150 health and then everyone whines
Actually,
and
no,
complains.
you actually decrease health.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're at 200 health right
no.
now.
What I mean is you get 200 health, and then it's like anti-juggernog, and you get 50 health, minus 50 health.
But like what like the concept I'm thinking of is like we get 50 health when we have all 4 perks. God damn it,
I know, I'm just
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you're just joking around.
He's trolling because that's what Delta does.
Yep, that's what Deltas do best.
That's what Delta do, and Delta do that.
But like I genuinely think that right now, like the only perks I ever want to see added are brand new ones or ones that make sense. Don't add Jug because we already have it. Don't add Speed Cola because we have it. Don't add Double Tap because we have it.
We do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Double Tap
Is
we
the
have
is the
in,
quad pack thing.
Yeah, you just
Every time you
pack a punch your
every time
gun.
you double pack a gun,
Oh, that's
it
not
gets
bad.
more damage.
Yeah,
You know what they should do?
What?
Oh, I just thought of something. Every time you pack a bunch, you get like some of the effects of the normal guns, but you have to pack a bunch a certain number of times just to get it, and it's not always what you want. So it's like a trade-off. You can only get one thing, so you could get like speed cola or like extra 50 health with the gun if you have it in your like slot.
Yeah, but then that comes down to like everyone and their dog's gonna just keep pack a punching until they get the extra jug or they get the one that they want.
No, a jug is very
Yeah.
rare. Only has a 0.1% chance of coming out.
Oh, so you wanna put it as an RNG thing?
Yes.
Then not make it pointless. No one's gonna go for it.
No, that's not true. Have you seen how people are with the RNG of normal other things? Like people.
Oh no, they'll keep trying to pack a punch until they can.
Yeah, if they know all the things that are possible to do, and they know that Jug is one of them, they'll do it until they get it.
Okay, never mind.
But
then.
it's like
My
the
idea
Hell's
was not
Redeemer
good.
or the Golden Spork. It's like while doing the blood Easter egg, no one's gonna do it because they don't have to.
I mean, people will do anything though for the extra.
Oh yeah, people, especially considering how like this game, everyone's like, oh, this game's so much harder than BO3. Well, no, it does because you don't have a
That's what it's
perkaholic.
meant to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there is a perkaholic actually. I don't know how you do it, but there is.
Yeah,
Oh?
there is on 9 and on Voyage where you can get extra perks. But you have to do actual tasks. It's not like a gobble gum where it's an instant activation. You have shitloads of perks. You have to buy
Yeah, but
your
like,
standard perks, and you have to do specific tasks to get
but
more
there's a way to get
perks.
all perks.
Yep, there is. There is. But
Yeah.
you have to
just-
do like basically a side quest Easter egg to do that, which is fine. It's just yeah. At least it's not perkaholic where it's just like, oh, I load in, I get one gobble gum, and all of a sudden I'm the most invincible person in the entire universe. Anyways, so we're
What the hell just happened?
what is going to happen? I have no idea. So we've done that.
Oh, shit. What happened there? Everything went out for a minute.
I think that's just you, dude.
But, yeah, I know. Everything, something's weird. Something weird's going. Oh, yeah, it's snowing out. What am I supposed to say?
Your PC is just garbage.
No, it's the snow. It's like messing with the internet.
That's fair.
I'm sorry. What were we talking about for that entire
We're
time period?
we're just gonna head on to the next topic. Is pretty much it.
Happy Halloween. I'm trying to do a Kermit voice. I'm sorry.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Oh my god.
All right.
Anyone who can't do that voice.
So,
I'm Kermit the Frog.
this is a topic that was actually brought up by Delta in the Zom Squad Discord chat. What do we think about the potential for mod tools and custom maps and stuff for Black Ops 4? I mean, we got
I'm
it
gonna
with
say.
BO3, so what do we think might happen with BO4?
I'm gonna say right
Well,
here. I don't think it's gonna happen.
me neither.
I
Honestly.
I agree because honestly, look at how
It's on a different side.
first off, and then second
It's on a
off,
different
look at
client, yeah.
look at how poorly the Black Ops 3 one ended up being.
World of War was the height of it, and I still play it to this day.
Well,
Well, I actually like the Black Ops 3 custom maps. I thought they were good.
They
See-
were, but not as many people liked them.
see, so this is the thing, and I think I said this on Zom Squad was that World at War wasn't held to as high of a standard as what Black Ops 3 custom maps are held to, in the sense that everyone knows how limited the World at War engine is, first off, and then second off, it's also because of the fact that at that time we didn't have these spectacular, amazing sort of maps that were coming out. We didn't have our Durais and Drox. We didn't have our, Revelations, Shadows of Evils. We didn't have any of those maps when World at War mod tools came out. And then by the time we did get those sorts of maps, those people had been modding and making new maps for, 5-6 years. And then now with Black Ops 3, we've had so many really great maps, and people are still trying to make maps like their World at War maps where they're really glitchy and buggy and like not utilizing what the maximum capacity is. And so many people are realizing that making maps for Black Ops 3's engine is a lot harder because it's like think about it this way: back when Infinite Warfare and World War II were still like the newest Call of Duties, people were still playing custom Black Ops 3's, but they were all really really bad, save for a few. And the few that weren't bad were like being played by literally everybody. So like there's a plenty good out there, but there's a lot more just really really bad, like one window nose and like really really odd map designs and really glitchy
It
and
was really
buggy.
stupid, unfinished maps.
Exactly. So
That's pretty much Nick Summer actually highlighted that in his video, why the Black Ops 3 custom mods found. And I can see exactly where he's coming from, where it seems like that World of War was the peak, and
yeah,
Black Ops 3 was like the very, very low, like, it wasn't the low, but World of War just had more of a spark to it. It was more new. I feel like the novelty of World of War is also what carried it. It's like, you didn't
exactly.
expect it, and like, but now we expect custom.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Black Ops 1 customs, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So, you don't see them very often, but they're really cool. I wish there was more of them. but the game is impossible, pretty hard to mod.
Yeah. So I think we're all in a unanimous agreement then that we don't think Black
Yes.
Ops 4 mod tools is very likely.
It's not very likely, also because the site's a little bit different. I mean, people could easily download it and put it in. Maybe they could put in a campaign, make a
Maybe.
zombies campaign like
That'd be-
Nightmares, and make it better with all your own voice acting.
Like
Have-
nightmares, but good.
Better.
As soon as
Like
you
the
said
Witcher
with your own voice acting, I just saw the fucking map like that the Boogie Boys played, the Saw map.
Oh yeah.
Just imagine me being the announcer.
Double
Oh.
points.
Insta kill.
See, I feel like there's certain members of this.
Insta kill.
I feel like there's certain members of the community and certain people that I know that could definitely be really good at doing stuff like that, like doing
Lord
voiceover work.
Weiler. Lord Weiler is the voice.
Insta kill.
Of the
Can we
he's
not
the-
bring that up?
he's the
That triggers
voice-
me so badly.
He's the voice of the bonus points thing, I think.
No, he's not.
Full
Exactly
power.
like it. Bonus points. It sounds exactly like him. You can't deny
No,
it.
it does not. It sounds like really, really angry Malcolm McDowell. That's who
Bonus.
It's not Dr. Monty. He's not credited in any of the voice acting in Black Ops 4.
Where did Malcolm McDowell go?
Yet.
No. Maybe they're not bringing him in yet.
When you said yeah, they didn't bring him in yet. So how could he have recorded the full power up if
No,
I
they
think
don't have to
Lord
credit.
Weiler
They
is
don't
the
have to
voice
credit.
actors.
They don't have to credit somebody if they haven't actually appeared.
They
yet.
would credit him though.
No, actually, if you go like the like OG World at War, they don't credit Nolan North or
Or
any
Steve
of the
Blum.
or any of the guys that did the original crew.
Steve Blum.
Yeah, they do. I know they do. I remember
No, they
looking it
don't.
up in the World at War days.
Let me go
Not
look.
in World at War. Not in the
I
Yeah,
have
they
end
more
credits
on
scene.
I know
hand.
for a fact they did because I remember looking up who voiced Dempsey back in World at War days, and it said Steve Bloom.
Yeah, you can
I'm
look
gonna-
you can look it up on the internet, and obviously we all know that it is. But I'm
It'll take a while to
99% certain that if you're watching the end credits, they do not credit them because they were only
Oh
there
yeah,
for 2 maps.
because because in the end credits of Call of Duty World at War, the DLC hadn't been made yet. What I'm arguing is in Black Ops 4, the whole
Maybe
like
they voice other people
when
in
the
there.
game was when the game came out, full power was a power up.
Yeah.
Well,
They would
actually,
have had to
here's
credit Malcolm McDowell for the full power. If it was Dr. Monty.
That's not
Maybe they're not
necessarily
bringing him in
true.
yet for voice lines though, as we said.
That's still a voice line.
Well,
no, for later
yeah.
voice lines.
Put it this way, right? They have
Maybe they're bringing him in now.
They have Mason and Woods. Well, Woods they have to credit because they have him in the specialist HQ. But Mason.
Samuel Watson.
So is
Sam
Mason.
Washington.
Mason's in the specialist HQ.
Yeah, but he doesn't have as
Sam
many.
Washington.
Yeah, they don't credit him in the credit sequence. They don't credit Sam Worthington.
And Black Ops 1.
Yeah, in Black Ops 1 they do, but I'm talking in BO4 they don't credit him in the end
They
credits.
reference Jason Wendell in the campaign.
Yeah, I
of
remember
Black
that
Ops 1.
in Black
That
Ops
was
1.
funny. Because I just played it recently, and then I heard
Sergeant Blundell.
Sergeant Blundell and the Force. I'm gonna decrease the master volume all the way. I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna watch this campaign.
Which campaign? The World at
The
War?
credits. Where the hell are the credits? Oh, they're there. I want to see if the credits are down here. I want to see what voice actors, because like Steve Bloom, Nolan North, and all them, they could have voiced other people later on, like in the campaign or something.
I'm pretty sure they did.
They did it.
Like-
They did it.
Like Steve Bloom act in Black Ops 2. He voiced like some of the people in multiplayer.
Yep.
I
that
know,
was-
but they didn't voice the campaign characters because I know that that the models for Tank, Dempsey, Takio, and Richthofen, Tank, Nikolai, Takio, and Richthofen,
They were
they
in-
are
They're
reused
reused
from the
assets,
campaign.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so they
they're
were
reused. And
What
I
cheap
remember the guy
bastards.
who voiced Tank had a completely different voice than
Yeah, you did. But it's possible they could have
People
did non characters, like non-named characters, because I know like in Black Ops 1, right? Troy Baker has a voiceover role, but he's not like a important one. I just remember that
where
seeing
was
it. Troy Baker in Black Ops
he?
1. He was like
Who
one of
was
the
he?
he was like one of the really random soldiers like that like he was like the soldiers in Vietnam, just the random ones that were like
One on the roof,
incoming
maybe?
mortar grenade. He's that guy.
He's that guy.
He was that guy.
Demeter Amalkia Stanif. Oh, it's a PC team. Oh boy.
Oh
Why am I
boy.
doing?
But
Why am I doing this, guys?
anyway,
Help me.
anyway, so that was two topics knocked out pretty fast actually. This is we're speeding through.
we should talk about my World of War addiction.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
God.
secretly going to be hosting an intervention for Delta sometime
No,
very
you
soon.
can't do that. I won't let you.
I will remember you.
Oh my God.
I will beat you before you try to do that to me.
Before you try to do that to me as if it's like a crime.
God.
Find you
Okay.
and I will beat the hell out of
Do
you
we
once
want
I
to
forget.
do we want to touch on the Noah versus Milo thing, lads?
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
Hey, Lux, what's Noah versus Milo?
Well,
For the
Delta.
For the
my
viewers,
God.
What kind of
in all
segue?
seriousness.
So for the viewers, if you are completely unaware and somehow missed it,
Viewers.
Noah J456 and Mr. Rock Waffles, aka Milo, aren't really having a go at each other. They're still friends, but like in Noah's video, he straight up is like, "Hey, we're friends," and then he's like, "You know what? Wait, no. You know what? Tag him and be like, Noah J hates Mr. Waffle Waffles," and then
I'm sure Noah J and Milo would have had a fight in already because they're on the RV.
oh yeah, and then on
Yeah,
Oh
Zombros,
yeah, that's true.
Zom-
That's true.
and then Zombros,
What?
they were like, "Yo, let's make them the zombies community version of Logan Paul versus KSI.
Yes.
Do a weird boxing match."
They'd have
Boxing
to pay me
match
to see
in the
that.
RV.
But
They'd have to pay me
basically,
to see that though. Pay me actual money.
to the viewers out there, it's basically that Milo made his like 40 differing, like 40-minute long rant videos that are just annoyingly long and all monetized, and you're just kind of sat there really annoyed at it. He made his videos, and they were all very negative, being like Black Ops 4 is the worst game ever. You should feel scammed, all that kind of shit. We've talked about that. And then Noah J456 has recently made a about 15-minute rant video where he's talking about how, yes, he himself has received blue screens to the point where he has a completely broken controller that every time he blue screens, he looks for that controller so he can throw it across the entire world again. And yet Noah is still positive about it, and he's thinking like, just give them some time, which is a very typical sort of response from the positive people, is give them time, they're Treyarch, after a certain amount of time they're going to make up for it. And basically all the supporters of Milo are saying, well, why should we listen to Noah? He's just the sellout for Treyarch, even though, it's an on record thing that Mr. Awful Waffles is basically the golden child of Treyarch.
What about JC and Saryu? Cinematics from Sergeant Reznov and Gary Oldman.
Dude,
Oh,
you
Sergeant
want to hear
Reznov
something?
was Gary Oldman? What?
Yeah,
the
dude.
heck?
Yes, he was. He was
Oh my
Reznov in Black Ops 1 and World at War. And you want to know what
He-
pisses me off? They don't have
Oh.
Gary Oldman in Black Ops 4's Blackout or the fucking Specialist
Sergeant-
HQ to voice Reznov. I'm upset.
Sergeant Roebuck was Kiefer Sutherland? What the?
Yeah, dude.
Craig Houston was. I almost said Craig Houston was Craig Houston. Private Chernoff was Craig Houston.
Wait, Craig Houston was Greg Houston? Oh my God, it all makes sense now.
American voiceovers by Keith Ferguson, Mel Ferguson, Jacob Seepies, and Matt Lowe. Russian voiceover for Dave Boat, Boris Kievsky, Nick Guest. Who's the guest?
Nick Guest is actually a real, like, pretty decent name in voice acting, too.
I know. German by Matt Lindquist, Torsten Vogis, William Salyers, Japanese voiceover. I'm not reading those names. Japanese officer, not reading
I'm
that.
not reading those names.
Japanese announcer, not reading that either. Voiceover editorial and post. I don't know about that. Oh, I'm not reading that. We're gonna get demonetized. Casting and voice direction. Casting and voice direction. Not reading that either. We're gonna get demonetized. Recording engineer. Salami Studios and
Are we even monetized to begin with?
No.
yes.
I think Delta's I think Delta of the three of us, I think Delta's the only one that's capable of being monetized.
No, I'm not.
No, you need like 10,000 subs in order to be, or 1,000 subs and 10,000 views in 4 days.
Original music composer Sean Murray Music and Sean Murray. Guitar arrangements from Kevin Sherwood. Oh, very sad.
Kevin
German
Sherwoody.
translator Matt Malotki. Motion capture director for Activision. Where's Jason Blundell on this list?
He didn't come in until Doris.
No, he was there. He was there, but he didn't work on really anything of importance.
Wow, that's offensive. Jason, we just called you inefficient at that time. Thought he was like, no, I'm kidding, Jason. We love you.
Well, there's me killing myself. I like that gameplay. That's me jumping off a building and dying.
Why are we both paying attention to different things besides the podcast? I'm looking at
all three of us. I'm playing multiplayer while talking.
Anyways, so
this is what we do behind the scenes, everyone.
Yeah, behind the curtain. So Noah versus Milo, we pretty much covered everything to do with that at this point.
Activision.
What do we think?
That conversation got derailed.
Yeah, just a little bit. What do we think?
Because I started talking about Activision.
This is really delayed, and I guess this ties in because Activision. What do we think about the XQA guy happening to an event?
I don't know. Was he proven as a liar?
No, as far as I know, he was the only.
Oh yeah, because he was very truthful about all those things.
Yeah, so
we just don't know his story or anything like that.
So here's the thing that comes up is that, and that's another topic that got heavily sort of controversy as well was, the fact that he leaked all the side Easter eggs, all the small shit that nobody really had all the steps to and all that stuff. Nothing that was a main quest thing though. Apart from the sort of idea that people are saying that he might have been the person to let people know that the Easter egg cutscene for Classified was 150 at the time. But
he said about that?
Allegedly.
Oh,
we don't have proof that he was the one that was leaking that sort of idea. But anyway, we get into the fact that he basically leaks all the side Easter eggs, and every single side Easter egg that he leaked was proven to be accurate and true. And the odd part about it is that you had this really, really odd outcry from YouTubers like Milo, Dalek, and the guys that usually make tutorials on things being like, he shouldn't have done that, that's not okay. And then they went and like proceeded to make tutorials on all the things that he leaked.
Well, they had to because it was leaked. They couldn't do anything about it. But you gotta understand that like people have to know how to do it. People are gonna want to know how to do it.
Yes.
And if they don't make tutorials, someone else will.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Is it's almost like a monopoly almost for them to make tutorials, right? Because there's plenty of people out there that, regardless of Milo and Dalek making tutorials or not, they make tutorials on all of the things too. But it doesn't matter because Milo and Daleks end up getting the most views because they have more viewers than those other people, except for like the Noahs of the world. But that's the thing though, is that it's the general thing where they're publicly almost shaming and dishonoring this guy for leaking all this stuff, but then they're profiting on all of the things that he leaked.
The thing about that is that you should be shaming the guy for what he did, because what he did was not okay.
But in his mind, it definitely has some merit, given that his NDA is signed because he is technically a contractor, and then as far as what we know of the situation from what he said, he was wrongfully fired and technically illawfully so, because they didn't really give a validated reason that from the information that we know, he was not given a
But it's
valid
still
reason.
so childish to like go like, oh, they fired me. I'm gonna get revenge. Like
It's
that's so childish.
but that's not necessarily the case of it being like I'm doing this for revenge. It's a lot more that it's like, okay, he's a guy that QA tested this, right? And again, allegedly he was the guy that found the most amount of issues and they ignored him. And then they fired him, thus in as far as the information that we were given would invalidate his NDA, meaning that he can disclose anything because of the fact that it would invalidate that. But that's based off the information that we have, and we don't know this exact scenario. But he comes
don't
in,
know,
and it's not necessarily a revenge thing. I feel it's probably a lot more like, okay, I could,
or it
because
might
the
be a
guy's,
revenge thing.
it could be, but the guy is also clearly on our Reddit, right? And he's clearly really able to see that we're like, oh, we have these beginning parts to these side Easter egg steps and stuff, and he can see that we're stuck on them.
That's not why he did it. I guarantee 100% that's not why he did it.
Yeah, but
He
just
did
saying,
revenge.
but
Because
just
he wanted
saying
credit and he
specifically
wanted
that,
revenge.
but just saying specifically that, like, as soon as someone gets fired, their first instinctive motive is that they are completely gonna hyperbolize everything that happened to them and then completely do everything out of revenge is simply inaccurate, especially given that a lot of the
It's
things.
not inaccurate. That's the first thought that comes across anyone's mind. We're human
No,
beings.
no, it isn't.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I
actually
would do.
it's actually a
That is
50-50
exactly what I.
based off of actual human interactions within psychology studies. It's a 50-50 interaction. Either you are very, very angry and upset and you want revenge and you want to basically do something to harm that company,
Want to tear the guy's throat out,
or
burn it?
or you are on pretty much the complete opposite end of the spectrum where you're basically just really, really depressed about it and you're blaming yourself for everything and you're like, everything was my fault, why didn't I see it coming?
He's not on either end, though. From what you're
But-
saying, he's not on either end. Then,
but
What if
but
this
because he
guy's
wasn't
a video
depressed
game
about it.
character?
He was.
but
he
he
leaked
said
information.
in that original post, he's
What
like, this was a dream job for me and I got treated like garbage. And here's the other
Maybe he treated
problem.
them like
But
garbage.
then he's not blaming himself. He's blaming them if he said he was treated like garbage.
But here's the thing
Maybe
is
he did
that
something to
but-
get that garbage treatment.
but here's the thing too is that this has been backed by other people. So Rizzo
boy.
on Twitter was so you know
Who
how
listens to anything Rizzo says though anymore?
it wasn't just him saying it though. He's provided links and actual evidence. So you know how you can basically Google search a company and you can look at reviews from their workers and stuff on how well like how good it is to work there. That is what Rizzo was linking. He linked Sledgehammer ones, he linked Infinity Ward ones, and he linked Treyarch ones. Treyarchs are all, well, not all of them, but they're a larger majority are negative.
Well, maybe because they're being pushed right now by Activision. That
But-
could easily be one of the.
But that's
like,
the thing too,
Treyarch's
though,
control.
is that. But that's the thing too, though, is that a lot of people, even in like say the Sledgehammer ones, talk about how the employees of Sledgehammer don't trust Activision and don't like Activision and make jokes about it and all that stuff, as well as Treyarch themselves, including Jason Blundell and Vondahar, have been like, well, you know, we've gotten so much trust from Activision that Activision pretty much leaves us alone to do whatever the hell we want to do because they trust us.
Maybe like they're afraid of losing that trust as well. Like going back to.
Agreed, but that's the thing is that this guy that comes out and says that Treyarch is a bad company and treats their employees like garbage has been
Maybe they're
justified by other people also saying the exact same thing as
maybe
him.
it's just because of like this period in time, but though, like they could have easily not have said that, not have wanted to say that like a year ago before.
But there's people that were reviewing those same things that haven't been working at Treyarch for many years. People that have been saying that for years before this guy even came out of the woodworks. Like, and I looked at Sledgehammers and Infinity Wards too. Infinity Ward's biggest problem was basically like that they they seem like they're the developer that seems very defeated, like the one that was used to be the golden child of Activision, and now they're kind of treated like that forgotten
Garbage.
child. So, and that's how the
garbage.
and that's how the developer team feels. And then the Sledgehammer ones, the biggest issue they have is the small team size and the fact that they just put everyone on a contract. And then as soon as like they don't have a use for having so many staff members, they're just like, okay, your contract's done. So that is pretty much about, it for the, and that's the thing that I want to sort of present is the fact that the guy who came out and leaked all this stuff was given some sort of like
lagging really bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Help.
There you go.
My internet.
There we go. Okay.
Oh,
But so
thank God.
So the thing I wanted to just bring up with it is that this guy was given literally like a lot of credibility because everything he leaked was accurate. And then there were other people out there that came before him that were saying the exact same sort of things about Treyarch. And that is the weird thing, is that all these people out there that are outcrying about, oh, he shouldn't have done what he did. Yes, you shouldn't leak someone's hard work to people, but at the same time, Treyarch needs to be a much better company and stop eating people like garbage.
It's inexcusable what he did. It's inexcusable what Treyarch did. Let's just leave it at that. But I think there is more proof that it's inexcusable what he did than proof of what Treyarch is doing, because like no one's sued Treyarch or anything. No one's
Well,
like if this dude actually had a case, why didn't he take legal action against Treyarch?
You can't sue a company for the things that they did, because basically the things that people usually are claiming when it comes to Treyarch treating them like garbage are typical within that industry. Long, hard hours, but you're still getting paid for it. So there's nothing you can really say to be like, this requires legal action. It's something that's just generally like, this is not good treatment of a human being that is working for you. And like he also was talking about how, again, that he was the guy that found the most amount of issues in QA testing, got ignored, and basically he made the claim that, and this is one of the claims that I don't think has been proven yes or no to be accurate or not, but the claim was that basically Treyarch basically utilized everybody who plays the game within the first month or so, so up until about 10 days ago, as like the real QA testers to be like, okay, let's see what goes wrong. And apparently they don't give a shit about a crash or an error unless it happens to a big streamer. It's like a Noah J.
That's not. I don't believe that.
And the weird thing is that like YouTubers and stuff, like even Milo, who is negative about this and tried to really say that the QA tester was full of shit, even though he wasn't. He was like, yeah, that seems like it's something. I think he said something along the lines of like, that was something that Jason mentioned, was that they're going to be paying more attention to the streamers and stuff. But the weird thing about it is that like, if that's the case, and Milo defended that position of, if Treyarch is doing that, then the reason they're doing it is because the chances are that you run into the same issue that Milo runs into or Noah runs into. And I was like, that's not true. It's 50-50. Every single person plays every single game completely differently from one another. Even if you're in the exact same game session, you're never copying each other's movements directly exactly. So the likelihood
then again, when the game was originally released, one blue screen could cause 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, is in general, like, just to assume and have the sort of idea of, like, if this blue screen or this error happens to a big streamer, then of course it would happen to other people. The likelihood is 50-50. That could be a complete fringe case that doesn't happen to another person at all, which is one of the biggest reasons why people are so negative about this, game now is because we've had shitloads of really, really big ass patches and we're still seeing blue screens, which, as we touched on the last time we were talking on Lux Crew, it's impossible for Treyarch to get all of the blue screens out because that's just how the generation of hardware works and stuff. But it's just dumb that, they're updating so frequently and so largely, and we're still crashing as much as we are.
Well, apparently the update today is fix the blue screens.
Yes,
that's what
I've heard
that's-
that too, allegedly, but
Turbo's.
I don't know specifically because I honestly I've said this numerous times myself too. I haven't actually blue screened many times, and the ones that I have usually are ones that I understand, except for like the one that we had when we did Blood, a few other ones
Yeah.
here and there, but like I haven't had many blue screens where I was like really upset and didn't understand why it was happening.
The like the past 3 blue screens I've gotten were in the menu.
Wow.
Like not even in the lobbies, but the menu. Like I just click on multiplayer, next thing I know, blue screen.
Shit, dude. So I want to. This kind of ties in, and this isn't a topic I mentioned in pre-show either because I just kind of remembered it. But do you guys follow Russian 8703 on Twitter?
No.
Delta, do you? Delta. Oh, okay. Hello, Delta. Are you alive?
Oh wow, it's the internet again.
Oh my
Internet
gosh.
blew out again. It disconnected me from the last.
So the question, Delta, is do
Stupid,
you
just
follow
stop.
Russian 8703 on Twitter?
9.
Okay, so
That's German.
yes,
IX.
it's German for no. So
It's
I know,
IX.
but he
For-
was making a joke. It's like Russian,
yeah,
Never mind.
I get it.
No.
Niet. Anyway,
Yeah.
for
Oh yeah, black.
for all the people out there, Russian 8703 is a guy that I only discovered because of Nixaru. Actually,
He's the Toxic Avenger.
is he? All I know is that
Yes.
he's been
Oh I
he's
do
been-
follow him actually. Never mind.
he's been tweeting and talking about how a part of what could be part of the issue for so many blue screens happening on Black Ops 4 is because of the fact that the Call of Duty is running on the exact same engine, just slightly modified every single year. So what do we think about that?
But I don't like him. I don't know why I follow him still.
Regardless of what you think of the man, though, what do you think of that idea? Because it is true that basically every single Call of Duty is the same engine modified.
Oh yeah, that's kind of stupid. Why didn't they just modify the engine? Maybe it's cheaper, but you guys need to change it up a little bit.
So they came up with a sort of statistical number. I don't know what they based it off of, so take this statistical number with a grain of salt because I honestly don't think it's I don't think it's generally completely accurate, but him and Glitch and Queen came up with the number that if Call of Duty, any of the developers were to try and formulate a brand new engine that actually worked and was completely new and not modified a version of the previous engine, it would cost them around $50 million, and they would have to sacrifice their next 2 Call of Duty titles.
Bullshit.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Some bullshit, man. They have the money for that.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, with the amount of money that Activision and
Take it out
Call
of
of
their
Duty
paychecks.
makes, no, don't
You
even
gotta
have
remember,
to take
Call
it
of Duty
out.
isn't the only game Activision makes.
Pay them $12 an hour.
Agreeable, but do you have you looked at the amount of money that Activision and Call of Duty specifically has made? Not only
Oh no,
off
they
of,
have a ton of games actually. So yeah, no, I do see that.
but here's the thing though, lads, is that first off, Call of Duty, as far as base unit sales, this is not including special editions extra sales money. This isn't including DLCs. This isn't including microtransactions. those games as a base game sell, within the 30 millions of copies. And at $60 a game of base editions alone, if you're just selling 30 million of $60 games, right? So let's do on a calculator here 60 times 30, and then million is 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 1.8 and then 9 repeating. So
Yeah, but you're forgetting that not all that money goes goes to the game. Some of it goes towards the retailer. Some of it goes
What about
to.
the pay for the other people too?
no, that's pure, and that's pure profit though. That's 30 million times 60. That's shitloads of money, and that's just for base games, not your special editions, not your digital
Yeah, but
deluxes.
you don't get what I'm saying. Like they don't make all that money.
I know,
Not all
I
that money
agree.
goes directly to them.
I agree, but we also know statistically that for Black Ops 3, they made over at least $1 billion from microtransactions, and that is money that goes directly to Activision. That doesn't go to a
That's very
retailer or
true,
anything
but
like
that
that.
also goes to their other games. They can fund their other games with that money.
Yes, but you still have to consider the fact that their base unit sales plus their microtransaction sales plus the fact that they have a Call of Duty each and every single year means if they're doing 30 million every single year plus they're getting anywhere near $1 billion for microtransactions, they're just getting shitloads of money. And yes, they have shitloads of games they make or publish,
I mean, those
but they
people, like,
still
fuck
have
them.
a fuckload of money that they can definitely use to make a new engine. The main issue with it is that how would they do and secure a new engine while still trying to develop a yearly game? Like, the only way you could do it is if you completely, like, if they were to start it this year, they'd have to completely almost cordon off a team of Treyarch, or like
Combine IW, Sledgehammer, and Treyarch into one thing for a bit, like that thing in the Marvel universe and the DC universe. They have them like face off with each other, and then they combine the people and the beings in that combine that represent the universes combined into like one being and mixed a bunch of superheroes together.
Delta.
You
You're
do
a
that.
troll.
No, I'm not a troll. I'm actually 100% serious.
Oh my gosh.
This was a comic. It really was.
Yeah, I know. But that's
You're
pretty
trying
much
to tell me
that's pretty
you
much
like comics.
that's pretty much the best method would be if they all, but that would be the thing though, is they'd have to have either a year where they took off, or they'd have to have a developer, like a development team specifically working on only that and not their game. Which, yes, they could outsource it to Raven or like Beanox or one of those, but then the problem would come up would be that Treyarch didn't work on it, Sledgehammer didn't work on it,
And my
and neither did
internet is dying.
IW. That would basically be the issue. Is if they outsource it to anybody else, then the actual developers don't know how to use it, so then they'd have to relearn it. And either way, if they're making a new engine, that's probably their main issue. They haven't done it. Is if they're making a new engine, they'd have to basically push back at least one or two of the Call of Duties to a year or two after the initial sort of idea of release. Are you okay, Delta?
This internet problem. The snow here is like ruining the internet for me.
Rip, dude. I mean, I have snow here, but it hasn't really affected any of my stuff. much.
We have a lot of wind too.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is bad.
But like, so here's the question I want to pose: is, irregardless of the number, capacities, and stuff, if it was feasible, so let's assume it's feasible for Activision and Call of Duty to make a new engine, but then you'd have to either sacrifice some Call of Duty games for the next year, maybe two. Would you want a new engine that actually improves stability and improves gameplay quality and improves all of the core things that are Call of Duty instead of modified ones?
I don't think the new engine. I think I don't think we know enough about this and about how it all works in order to judge this whole thing. That's
I
my
mean,
problem.
He did say take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, but I mean, in the sense of
Completely
if
ignores
we,
that comment.
regardless of if it was if of real life numbers and stuff, if in this scenario, right? Let's say it's 100% feasible for Activision to do it. Like, let's say Activision comes out and says, okay, we can develop a new Call of Duty engine if we risk losing our next Call of Duty game or our next 2 Call of Duty releases. Would you
I
want to
think Black
see
Ops
that?
4. I think Black Ops 4 is gonna last a long time, so I'd be willing.
Delta?
What?
If Activision comes out and says, like, if it was possible, and Activision comes out and says, we can make a new Call of Duty engine, but you'd have to risk, you know, having 2 years where you're not getting a brand new Call of Duty, would you do it? This is that red button game. You get a brand new Call of Duty engine on the next Call of Duty that does release, but you don't know how long you have to wait for that next Call of Duty.
Oh, that's a tough decision. That really is a tough decision, man. I don't know what I would go with. I really don't. Like, that's a tough decision for you to make because that's sacrificing 2 years worth of entertainment for me as well. So it's a tough call. Like, I don't know what I could do. I mean, I'd go back to World at War, but like 600 hours in that game, and I'm starting to get kind of bored. I've had that game for a year and a half, and I've got 600 hours.
What the fuck?
Delta. Here's what you do: get a PS4.
No.
Get Black Ops 4.
And then you can play with me and Zen, and later
No.
Lobster, and you can play with Turbo.
Actually,
you can
you
play with
get
all
it
of
for
the
PC.
lads.
If you get it for PC, you can still play with me because I have it on PC as well.
What about you, Lux? Come on, where's your laptop? Where's your new laptop?
I'm not getting Black Ops 4 and World at War for my laptop. Fuck that. I'm not restarting my
have a
fucking
laptop?
grind on Black Ops 4. Also, I want to point out, Delta, that you are 8,160 hours from spending an entire year playing fucking Call of Duty World at War.
Let me see my time on World at War. I'm actually curious because I played it a little
I
bit.
have more than Reed does.
Really?
That's
In the
depressing.
August Patreon stream, I had 515 hours.
That's depressing, Mom Spaghetti.
Well, I mean, in
Oh my
90 days,
God.
I haven't played that much.
Oh yeah, guys. Quick thing to touch on. You know the
Oh,
GameStop
boy.
pre-order bonus that you got?
It's all a lie and a sham.
You know the GameStop pre-order bonus you got, the anime girl camo?
What? Is it Justice camo?
Yeah, the
Sure.
Justice camo, Divine
Yes.
Justice.
Yeah.
Is it all a sham?
So basically, they're selling it on the black market right now for 2,000 COD points.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Hey, I got it for free, motherfucker! Well, I did get it for free. But
I bought it off
For
eBay,
free.
so
Are you shitting me?
they're selling that and the Maddox one.
Oh, Carnage,
Up
why do you have
together.
your full name on your Steam profile?
Is my full name on my Steam profile? What?
Yes.
What
Oh,
are you talking
I
about? Let me see.
already knew what your first name was, but oh boy.
View my profile. I'm looking at this.
Oh
What?
boy, oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, it is on my Steam profile. Whatever. I don't care.
Oh yeah,
Hello.
Preston.
I don't even have Steam downloaded on my fucking laptop.
Dude, like
Get it.
literally, I don't care if people know my full name. Like, I honestly don't care.
Should I say it? I'm not gonna say it.
Says,
you're not even gonna be able to
says
pronounce
the
it,
guy,
so-
Says the
I
guy
know.
who fucking full on almost DDoSed fucking Reed on the last stream we did or the last fucking one of this we did.
You don't just DDoS Reed.
Then again though, fucking Turbo completely DDoSed himself, so you know.
He almost DDoSed him. No, actually, Reed DDoSed himself on accident on the last Patreon stream.
Yeah, I know.
We
Yeah,
don't even
that
know
was-
his last name still. Okay, so his name is Preston. I'm not pronouncing
Whitmore.
it, actually. Never mind. I give up. I'm not pronouncing that last name, but you're very close.
All right.
There's an S.
There's an S.
S
It does start
R.
with an S.
It's Ryder.
Huh.
No.
Ryder.
Oh my
The
god.
potato.
What hours do I have in World at War? I still haven't checked that.
I can count
Yeah,
the
no.
potato.
Can you accept my friend request?
Oh wait, I gotta do that.
Counting to potato is 6. You gotta. How do you count potato? You do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. You count to potato.
Got it. Sent it. Or accepted it. Call of Duty World at
I'll be
War.
at Zenithal.
I have 44 hours on World at War.
Oh my god.
That doesn't include when I played it on PS3 though.
I was just gonna say, I was like, my hours on PS3
played-
World at War are insane. I don't think their
Yeah,
Delta levels are
same.
insane,
God.
but
I can't see all your games.
Let's see. My games will be private. I don't know.
also Delta, are you actually genuinely wanting to fucking buy me World at War on the PC just so we can play it?
I mean, sure, yeah.
What a lad!
What? Why did you said? Oh my god, Zen, you really got your you got your review banned.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Good God, 2 years ago. That's not a long time ago.
That was
You
back when my
promoted-
channel, like my old channel, was growing. Okay.
Which game did you get?
card.
Which game did you get your review?
It's called
banned?
Case Animatronics. It's a ripoff of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I put a
pretty
shameless plug. I put a
You
shameless
put a
plug
shameless
as a
plug.
review.
To a YouTube video, YouTube TM video that's titled Detective Carnage is on it. Case Animatronics Part 1 with 75 views.
Oh my gosh, that's an
the
amazing
Steam-
title.
The Steam moderator banned it because it violated the terms of service. Not be modified by the reviewer. You
Oh
little
my
shit.
Dude, I was like trying to make it on YouTube at that point. I didn't even have 100 subscribers yet. I don't think.
How old
But
are you now?
I'm
How old
21.
are
I was like 18 at that point. I was actually 18. I was actually 18. Because it was no, I was 19. I was 19. Yeah, I was 19.
Wait, so
Oh.
Delta, how old are you? Silence. Pure
Yeah.
How old are
5
you, Delta?
years. What?
How old are you?
16.
You're 16?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're a baby.
You're a small
the hell?
child. Oh my god.
I ain't that.
Oh yeah,
I
and you know what? You know
genuinely thought
what?
you were-
I blame Steam for this. No, I don't blame Steam for the reason why I did that. I blame Game Jolt because in Game Jolt you're allowed to do that. I didn't know you weren't allowed to do that on Steam.
You should have read the terms of service, bitch.
No one reads the terms of service.
Accurate.
You son of a bitch. You got me there.
You got me there.
You got me there,
Oh
bud.
my god.
Oh my god, I've played almost 100 hours since August.
Okay,
At the end of
so
August.
let's
Good God.
quickly touch on 2 more topics, lads. Nuketown being in Black Ops 4. What do we think it?
Well, it hasn't come to PC
Yay!
yet, even though it's supposed to come to PC today, so I'm kind of pissed.
Woo! It looks really good. I wish it was open though, like where the Jeep was before, where like the buses pointing, on the map. I wish that part was open still. I do.
Yeah.
We should have that map. Like,
Here's my sort of feels about not necessarily just Nuketown, but like literally every single fucking remade multiplayer map on Black Ops 4. Like literally all of them. They all play so garbage on Black Ops 4, specifically because you could tell that they were made in a different generation. Like
they were
think
made
about-
specifically for that game and that game only.
Dude, firing range is still amazing though.
Firing
Range
range.
is-
No, I heard my friend my friend Lambo, Lamborghini. That's his name. He's a moderator for Nick Saro. Oh my god, my foot cramped up for a minute.
but like
Okay,
think about it.
ignoring that. Anyways, as I was getting to my point.
Yeah.
He said, I gotta look at that tweet again. He said that
like he's like get firing range out of the main mix of maps for because he experienced a game where he was playing and some guy like in 20 seconds literally got like an auto like a launcher or something or like a score streak and they were just camping up there the whole time.
Oh yeah. And like think of it this way, right? Like jungle. That's a good sized map back in the day of Black Ops 1. And
Jungle.
everyone and their dog would camp in that one spot on top of the rock and just place a claymore right outside the fucking like the only way you could get up. And now you play Ruin on any of those old maps, you just fucking ruin the fucking maps. You literally
Pun intended.
exactly like fuck. You go and
I
you can
love
literally
Ruin.
grapple hook on to that rock and fuck up someone's day. Like you can
'Cause,
tell
like,
these
the
maps are
thing is-
not
the thing
meant for
is-
these specialists to be active.
I don't mind Ruin. It's Ajax that I hate the most.
Well, yeah, everyone hates Ajax because the 9-bang's overpowered and the riot shield's annoying.
Well, actually, the 9-bang is overpowered if you run Tac Mask.
It's
I found
overpowered
that
in
out.
Blackout clearly.
It's so overpowered they had to take it out of Blackout.
Oh, that's what
boy, what
happened,
did
okay.
it do? What did it do?
You charge it. So basically, it's like a flashbang concussion where it just stuns you.
Did you play Call of Duty Ghosts?
Yes.
Remember how in Ghosts you had to like there were ticks that you charged the grenades with?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
never mind.
yes, it's the
Wait,
exact
wait,
same.
wait, what
It's
do
the
you mean by
exact.
that?
It's the exact same
The
as the
concussion-
9-bang from Ghost. The one where you
concussion-
charge it up
concussion
and then it
grenade.
bangs. Yeah,
What about the concussion grenade like in Ghost? Can you charge that up? And then-
yeah. That it's the same thing where you charge it up and after you
okay.
throw it, if you've charged it to the max potential, it flashes more times than it would if you
But
didn't
it
charge
flashes
it.
in 3 bursts 3 times.
I
Yeah,
always thought that like if I
And then
played
like you're-
Ghost,
unless your opponent has Tac Mask, they're literally going to stand there, not able to prone, not able to sprint, not able to ADS, not able to see.
what the hell? You
or-
can't even shoot?
no,
You
you
can
can
shoot, but
shoot, but
with-
you can't
yeah.
ADS.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah,
What
so the reason
the-
it's broken in Black Ops 4 is because of the fact that you literally can't do anything besides shooting at hipfire because you're too busy having your fucking hand covering
in
half
front
your
of you
fucking
too, like
screen.
you're like.
Your
and the
hand's
amount-
just covering half your
and-
fucking screen. You can't see.
And by the way, like they need to really fix how you know, like they really need to fix like the death, the way you tell that you're dead when you get 9-banged. Because half the time after I get 9-banged, I'm like, did I die yet? Because like, and then like I'll think I'm still alive. Next thing I know, I'm dead. Like,
I think
what?
my favorite
When did
video
I
I've
die
ever
during
s-
that?
I think one of my favorite videos I've ever seen on Twitter since Black Ops 4 came out was definitely the one video where it's like how to properly counter the 9-bang. This guy's playing an MP match. He's got like the outlaw or something.
Oh.
He's just chilling.
Oh
And then
god.
and then someone he hears the 9-bang
Oh,
charging.
boy.
He hears it getting thrown. He pauses and quits.
No, oh my god, that happened to me. So I do use Ajax to get headshots and like bloodthirsties for gold and dark matter and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
And what happened to me once was I 9-banged someone. They left the game before I could kill them, and I was so pissed.
Yeah. That'd be how I counter it.
Oh.
I specifically don't play MP because I don't enjoy the map flow very well, and I just don't enjoy getting 9-banged every 2 minutes.
I just want dark matter. That's all I want. Then I'm gonna stop playing MP.
I'm at the point where when it comes to Black Ops 4, I play Blackout with a couple of the lads. We play almost every day, which is fun. And then I play zombies in solo with bots a lot. Also, I want to touch on this really fast. What is the Nimbilium plasma rate earn rate? Like it seems like it's not horrid.
50 rounds gets you 30 plasma, basically.
No, I don't think that's quite right because I played a game yesterday. I got to round 35 and I got 27.
Hmm.
But either way, how is that fair? That's not
I
even
know,
one per
right?
round.
I don't know.
And I also want to point out that like the rates that you should that you have to spend to do a thing, like to get any of the like roles or whatever, should be 25, 50, and then 75. It should not be 30 and then whatever the middle one is, and then 75.
45.
Yeah, that's just dumb. Just completely fucking
Yeah.
stupid. All right, lads. I had a Steam account. I don't remember what it is though, so I'm making a brand new one.
Awesome.
But
Great job.
so after that, lads, the last topic we want to touch on probably is DLC 1 predictions. What do we
Offered
got,
up by
lads?
yours truly.
Yes.
Send us
Well, DLC 1 predictions. I haven't looked at any of the leaks, but I predict we are going to a castle. There will be vampires and werewolves. Okay, I have looked at the leaks. I am guilty.
You monster. How dare you look at the leaks?
I didn't look at them, okay? You know what happened? Milo and
Oh.
Dalek are in my subscription feed, and
Oh,
both
yeah, I
of their
saw that
thumbnails
too.
just had it there.
How dare you do that? How dare you say
No,
such
like literally,
Now
it's
you
like,
know
like in the
why.
thumbnail, like you see a castle and it's
I-
like Black Ops 4 zombies, and I'm just like, well, that just got spoiled for me.
I said, how
Now-
dare you be subscribed to them for that reason?
Now
For
you
that
know
reason.
I'm not subscribed to them
exactly.
for that reason.
I know
No.
that. I know. I'm joking.
Now you know exactly. Well, that's not the only reason, but now you know one of the exact reasons why I'm not subscribed to either of them.
Well,
Yeah.
Delecchio is
What did you just say? Okay. I Dalek blocked me on Twitter.
Dalek blocked me on Twitter too.
Dalek blocked us, buddies.
Yeah, Dalek
feel
and
so
Milo have both
I,
blocked me on
I
Twitter.
feel left out, but that's okay.
It was worth it though for me.
Both of mine were worth it. If Milo still had me on
Both of
Twitter, he
mine.
would have blocked me again. Like if he unblocked me, or if he hadn't blocked me when he did, he would have blocked me now.
I don't know.
Guaranteed.
I think Milo. I think I did like a subscription to him
I-
on Twitch.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
but-
lads. I don't know how much you lads pay attention to my Twitter, but I've straight up called him a fucking
Loser.
scam artist. So I've called him a
you've,
scam artist.
Yeah, I just say I see yours truly Lux. I'm just like, oh boy. I see. Oh god, he's going into a speech again. Get him out of it. Get him out of the coma.
Dude, I like my sort of
Kick my computer.
I like my new format of sort of things for like
Tweets.
how it yeah. I finish every tweet with yours truly, Lux. I like that formatting actually.
Oh, that's odd.
The hardest part about it actually for me though is the sort of ability to make it so that way I can fit that in and still make everything work.
Yes.
All right, everyone.
Yours
So if you
truly.
wanna add me on Steam, my account name or my username rather is gonna be yours truly Lux.
I'm
No
gonna look up
spaces.
Killgrave Zombies. Maybe I'll find your original Steam.
I don't think so. I think I made my Steam name before I made my YouTube channel. Or if
Well,
I
you can
didn't,
always change.
if I didn't,
Wow.
it might be the Arkham Reaper. So I don't know.
Okay, let's look it
How
up.
do I add people again? I don't do this that often.
I don't.
I
know.
don't
I usually just play like solo games on.
Oh
like,
boy!
single player.
Oh, there is someone named the Arkham Reaper.
Yeah, that's probably me.
It's United States though, and you were online 608 days ago.
Then I have no clue. I don't know. I might have been that lad that put the U.S. at the time. I
When's
don't
the
know.
last time you played something on Steam?
I have
Ah,
never
here we
played
go.
anything on Steam ever, but I
Cult
have
of
been
Cthulhu
online on
was
Steam.
on there. You lied to
Add
us.
friend. Here we go. This is how you do it.
What's your
Thanks
new
for the help,
username?
guys.
You're what? I don't know how to do it. Don't ask me.
What's your
he said.
what's your new
What?
name?
My username?
Your new username.
Yeah, it's yours truly, Lux.
Oh boy.
I don't even. I tried to sign in, but the thing's gone now. Hey Steam, you
Yours
wanna
truly
open?
Looks. Oh, there's no users that match that.
Yeah, I think you need to confirm your email before we can search
I did
you.
I just did that like 2
Is
seconds
it
ago.
just Lux then?
No.
Oh boy.
Am I spelling truly
Is it-
wrong?
Does it have any
Maybe.
spaces in it?
No, it does not.
Yours truly. I'm gonna see if you spelled it wrong. Yours truly's. What? Does it have a comma in it?
No, it has none of that. I didn't even know you could use commas.
Lux. I'm gonna say Lux, like Lucks.
That's not even how you spell it. Oh
How
my
did you spell?
God.
How did you spell it?
YOURSTRULYLUX.
Oh, that's actually
Oh.
spelling truly wrong.
No, truly does not have an E in it. Lads. Truly does not
Well,
have.
I just think you're poor at spelling.
I still can't find you.
Fine, just make your name Allier intro, and then we're fine. We can't do that again. No more of that.
Yes, sure we can.
Okay, fine. You want more of that?
Okay, so. Okay.
How about you at us? I think that's how it's gonna have to go.
Yeah, that's doable.
It's Zenithal. ITS, no apostrophe. Zenithal.
I don't even.
Go to activity, friends, then hit add friends.
Well, yeah, I picked up on that, but it's not letting me type.
That's all you get. Ninja swearing to Al.
It's not letting me type.
What the? Oh boy, actually clicked on a Dude Perfect video. I actually liked them.
No, dude, perfect is cool.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
God, what's happening?
All right, I think this podcast has derailed enough, don't you guys?
I would agree.
Let's stop
I would
this
agree.
train wreck before it's like it goes completely off the rails. All right, Lux, get your parents' credit card out. Time for you to get it.
All right,
Why
lads.
is someone's name on my Steam list any retards? What?
What even
Oh
is
my
this?
god. There's not that. I can't make that up. Zenithal.
This is
Wait,
crazy.
let me
There's
see.
someone's name on my Steam list. Starts with
I'll
A.
see this. Wait one second. I'm going back. I'm going back to my friends list.
My friends list. Go to my friends list.
I know. I'm looking for you on my friends list.
Okay.
Astro Delta. You have
crazy.
3 games. You have Black Ops. Play that. God.
No, I don't. My PC can't run it.
Oh really? Oh yeah, that
I
sucks.
can, but no. Look at my friends list. I don't have 3 games. I have way more games than that.
Oh, it's just
Rest
recent
in
activity. Okay.
pieces, down for the count.
Inventory. Where do I find your friends?
Please go to friends list.
Well, that's gonna be where we're gonna end this, I guess, lads. I think we'll see you guys, the lads next week.
So what's
This
his
was
name? What's his name?
interesting.
It's called starts with an